Well, we're here with Miss Julie Foudy, a legend in her own right.
Legend!
They never die. How's it feel to just, you went to Stanford, you've done this. How's it feel to just be back and just to see all these young women with a huge goal ahead of them?
Yeah, let's be clear. I never did this as a player. You want me into camera, or does it matter?
Doesn't matter. That's fine.
I never did this as a player. We never got that far, sadly. But it's been fun. For over a decade, I've been able to call the College Cup semifinals and final. So to see these four teams here and Washington State making its historic first run ever at a national title and the College Cup is fun. It's fun for me every year.
You were able to speak with about 5 or 6 of the Cougar ladies today.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just give me the mood, overall tone of the room.
I really like the team. I've seen them play a little bit this year, but obviously don't know any of the players. And to hear from players like Morgan Weaver or Ella, who's in her 6th season now, or Maka. I mean, and to hear the excitement they have in being here, and Avery Collins, who played at Stanford, of course, and is over here in their grad year, and she comes with the experience of having won a national title in 2017. But there's an energy to them that is different because University of North Carolina, and to take nothing away from what they've done, but there's almost an expectation, right, that you're going to be in the College Cup. Stanford, very similar, and with this Washington State team, it's fun to see the excitement and the joy and the energy they bring to just being in a place where they can contend for a national title.
Feels really organic, right?
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned Morgan Weaver. The Cougs are 7-1 this season when she scores.
Mm-hmm.
When she goes, they go. What do you see from her on an effectively speaking tomorrow?
She's fast. She's pacey. She can strike a ball. She's a great finisher. She's hard to contain. And I think what's going to be really interesting is both teams play very similar in a sense. Anson Dorrance calls them hunters, the legendary University of North Carolina coach, and that Washington State hunts the ball when they lose it, and he has great respect for that. And University of North Carolina, very much the same. So they're teams that like to grind, teams that love to work. And with the 3 front of Washington State against UNC's 3 back, I think that actually will be super interesting. And if they can get something off of that, Washington State, and press them when they're on defense, because I think they've got a chance against that 3 back against North Carolina to get them to cough something up.
As a former player, do you think it's effective when arguably your 2 best players, one's in goal and one's scoring goals, as in Weaver being a forward and Ella being a 6-year goalkeeper?
Oh yeah, I mean, on both sides of the field, you've got these great leaders, right? Up front and also in the back. And I think anytime you have a 6th year as a goalkeeper, I mean, goalkeepers with their voice and their vision of the field, they can control not just the tempo of the game, but it's amazing how much they control the confidence of the game. Right? When you know that the person behind you is not only a great goalkeeper, she's a great leader, she's a veteran, she's going to be calm in the chaos of any moment that happens, that's a huge boost for any team.
How tough is it? How tough of a job was it for Coach Schollenberger to create this in Pullman, in Washington? Obviously not the don't have the same facilities as the UCLAs and the Stanfords of the world. I mean, how impressive is it?
Oh, hugely impressive. And then to make the run like they have, to knock off number 1 seed Virginia, who had been a number 1 pretty much the entire season, to knock off South Carolina, who I think only had let in 7 goals the entire season, I think I saw. So, and then to play in a Pac-12, which, as we've seen in this College Cup, 3 of the 4 teams, there could have easily been 4 of the 4 final teams in this tournament from the Pac-12. USC, of course, University of Southern California losing to UNC in the quarterfinal. And you don't have the history of a UNC or a Carolina or a UCLA with their athletic program. And so for for Coach Todd to be able to pull that off, I think is huge. And what I like about it, though, is when you talk to the team and when you talk to Coach, he says that we're building culture. We're not done. Like, this is a first, but we don't want this to be the last. I don't want to be a one and done, is what he said to us today, which I love that. Like, the best teams get there consistently, and that's what we're striving for.
Their motto so far this year, keep it light, lively, and fresh. You see that today?
I didn't hear that from them. Thank you for that. Keep it light, lively, and fresh. Yeah, because they do have this fun energy to them that I love. I mean, our success with the national team for so many years was we kept it light, lively, and fresh all the time. So I live by that.